stopped at this nice healthy place to go ahead and grab some food. But I can't help but think I just want somebody to start some shit.
Yep, 2 people. What do you think, Val? You excited? Nervous? Scared?
It's kind of, it's better go to the fights because you know what to expect.
Yeah. Need a hand with it? Are you competing or working? I'm a guy, yeah. Oh, sick. I'll be up there with you guys. So hop on this one over here. All right, bro. Put it on full throttle. I love it. This guy's awesome. I love it. Okay, bro. Mode 1. Yeah, we want mode 2, mode 3, mode 5. What's the top? 5? Top. Yeah, put him in sport mode. Put him in sport. Sport mode. Oh, yeah. Why wasn't that number 1 option? I was getting there. Be patient, all right. And then when you, to get faster, get those gears up while you're pedaling. Sure. And let's go that way. Like a mountain bike. Yeah, but be careful. Loose gravel, man. I don't want to get this on film.
I do.
I gotta hit the over the top so we can get some absolutely
speed. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No.
He's talking
making a YouTube channel here, man. That's what we're doing.
We're gonna go that way. I'll follow you. I'm too slow for you. I took off. Legit, huh?
Well, we left, and you were leading.
He beat and we switched bikes. He stole my bike. What do you think? Me up on the side of the curb. Full suspension. Tons of fun. Yeah, he looked over and saw the suspension. He's like, get off. Yeah. Get off. I want that one. He did the right thing.
Nice to meet you. Matt's great.
You right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is going on my reel. No, keep going. Keep going.
Oh, it's so great. I am excited to meet you. I was actually at your fight. You're awesome that you had. And so it was just so random.
Well, not a good one. Not a good one.
No, it was. It was so fun. It was...
Bo, so tell me, what's your role in all of this?
Dude, I'm just gonna be sending it downrange. You know, Sig's got some good buddies working through Sig, and they love interacting with the UFC, and so they reached out just asking if we'd find it fun to kind of participate in this event, and asked me if I knew anybody that might be interested. I was like, man, we're going out like in the country in Wyoming with firearms. I'm like, I gotta see if Cowboy's game. So after that 30-second phone call, here we are.
Surprised it took 30 seconds.
Dude, there were no questions asked.
It's almost like they removed you from everybody.
They did.
Is that intentional?
They knew they were dealing with it.
I had no idea what to expect. I had no idea what kind of competition we were going to be doing. I knew we were going to be shooting. I didn't know the range, the difference, what I needed to bring, what I didn't need to bring. So I probably should have read through the email, but I didn't. Then when I got there and seen all the cool people that were there and the other people I was shooting against, like, oh man, this is the real deal. They spared no expense, brought in the big guns, and it was a ton of fun.
And I need another pillow.
Is that in there?
Is this a pillow?
No, dude, that's a shooting bag.
Oh.
They gave us it. You can sleep on it.
This is my pillow. Oh, a Yeti cup I can engrave.
Where are you gonna put that at? You gonna put that on bmfranch.com?
Yeah.
I was joking around. Well, not really joking. I have tons of those Yeti cups, so we have an engraved Sig 100 Games thing. I'll definitely engrave BMF on the back and put it up on the site if anyone wants it.
Are you surprised at all by Cowboy's lack of safety usage of equipment?
Let's not forget, like, we love Cowboy because he'll perform. Everything leading up is going to be a giant pain in the ass.
I'll do what?
He'll perform.
Yes, sir.
Everything in between that, though, is going to be a giant pain in the ass. That's all right.
Those are your safety pit vipers right there?
Yeah.
Bo is the head strength conditioning. He oversees everything at the PI. Bo was on my team. Valentina was on another team. She was on an all-girls team, I think. Oh no, she was with the Navy SEAL. Yeah, lucky dog.
Man, we're here in right outside of Evanston, Wyoming at the first annual SIG Hunter Games. There's, what is it, 8 teams, 10 teams? Essentially gonna be trekking through the country here, finding, locating targets and smoking them. I mean, me and Cowboy, I mean, we're playing games, but we came up here to win. So that's our job over the next couple days, is to move around as quick as we can, try to shoot lights out. But
Are there any other teams that you think might be trouble?
oh, we definitely keep our eye on Trevor Thompson and Cole Kramer.
Go ahead and throw this fire pit or what?
Sure.
Bring a little bit of fun to this party.
Fun is good. Fun is good.
Cowboy, what are we doing here?
Listen to a little David Allen Cole while we're shooting guns.
So it's a Tuesday?
Tuesday. That's a Sunday.
Just
Sunday here.
Have you got to play with this Cowboy?
He shoots open sight lever actions, that's it. I think it'll wrap around your ear. It's got like a wire piece.
Definitely a hunter rifle guy, you know. Also a iron sights kind of guy. Like if I was gonna go hunting, I'd probably bring a 30-30 brush gun, you know, within 100 yards.
You guys got a mag?
You got your Kilo 3000. We got you some ammo here. So if you go over to this group over here, Daniel's going to talk you through the pairing between the Kilo and your scope. Sick, how they talk together.
Them making the simplicity of the new BDX system to me is unbelievable. And I'm not just trying to sell it. They're not a sponsor of mine. They're not, you know what I mean? So I'm not here telling you guys, oh, this thing's all great. Like, it really is cool and it's really great. That's why I'm talking about it. Any of you guys watching could ever get your hands on one to play with, it's like unreal. Like, sight it, shoot it.
Right now is getting y'all comfortable with, first check your 0 at 100 on this target board right here. You've got your team number.
He is hands down competition shooting the best in the world, like a numerous world champion.
After that, you've got all these animal silhouettes out here.
I'm your range officer.
All right.
So I ran the course yesterday. I can't like give stuff away, but I mean I'm on your team, right?
Sure.
So there will be some prone stuff, but we need to work like the here. Show me this right here. So this moves up, this moves down, this moves back. So we're gonna want to use that kind of shit. So we'll fuck around with it here because there's gonna be like weird angles, right? So we're not trying to figure it out in that 15 time. You get 15 minutes to shoot, and if you're trying to work that, you're wasting time, right?
Oh yeah.
So we'll get squared away, do the 100-yard, and then we'll fuck around with the buttstock and make sure you're.
Do you need the app on your phone for these to communicate?
No. So we can quick bond. You can have
Well,
it, and
you're
you
gonna
can
keep that rifle. So if you want to make bullet profiles,
right, exactly. Cool.
I mean, that's fucking really cool.
Let's go wherever you want though, and like go
lock it
halfway,
down.
wherever.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Do you see a dot at all in there?
Yeah, I see the dot.
Okay.
Next to it on the right.
Fuck yeah. Let's move right along with the big boy targets.
Little cut it.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot him in the eye. It doesn't have an eye, but I'm gonna put an eye in it. Up there.
That's super cool.
No, I put it.
Oh, nice.
What'll happen is start on the stage. Nailed it.
Same target.
Nice.
Let's go, bro. There it is. Yahtzee.
So that's where you are, right at that one. Hey!
Say swamp, sawgrass, and cherries.
Now we've got a great event for you guys. I've been out on the course. I know there's been a bunch of work put into this.
Like I said, it was cool meeting like guys like Eli, who Navy SEAL, you know, like, oh my God, he's the baddest of the bad, and they just sit there like, guy, you would, if I bumped into him at the grocery store, I'd be like, I'll fuck this dude up. And then little do I know, no you won't, cowboy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy to me how like calm and down to earth those guys were. And I think there was like four Navy SEALs there, maybe 5, of like the baddest. Like the one Navy SEAL was a Navy SEAL, got out of the SEALs, went back and became Delta Force, right? He was Delta. And yeah, I guess like the first guy to ever do that.
This event, we've got a bunch of great vendors for you guys.
anybody that dabbles in something they do is probably going to fail. And so we said we want to go all in, do everything that we can to try to get into this hunting category. And about a year ago when we launched our cross bolt action rifle, which some of you got a chance to experience today, but we are now a full line company. Look at this list 500 times. Our Cowboy Cerrone, and here's Cowboy. Shevchenko. Shevchenko. Okay. I suck at that kind of stuff. So we'll just call you Bullet. How about that? So thank you for being here. And Bullet is the current and 5-time reigning flyweight champion in UFC. And so she's kicking some ass right now, and we appreciate you being here with us today. So that's Team Maverick. So back here. So Rihanna's involved in a lot of things as a professional hunter and athlete. She works with Mountain Ops, the marketing director at Mountain Ops. Team Bighorn, Adam LaRoche. Adam, right here.
Stand up. Stand up. He's great.
So Adam, 12-year Major League Baseball player, just loves the outdoors, one of the hosts of Buck Commanders. So Laura is a hunter, gatherer, survivalist, and also very notable for being on the series Naked and Afraid. No introduction, but I'll go ahead and say it anyway. Legendary UFC fighter, UFC Hall of Famer, of course the Gracie Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, just incredible accomplishments in your career, so appreciate you being here, Boyce. And so that rounds it out.
As far as the basic procedure, first thing in the morning, you're going to be dropped off all the way around the course. You're going to have 15 minutes once the time has come to complete that course of fire. And then you're going to have 30 minutes to move from that course of fire to the next course of fire. Okay? At the end of that 30 minutes, your next 15 minutes will begin. Once that time begins, you've got 3 guys who've got to locate the targets on the course of fire, come up with a way to engage them, and you're going to engage each target 3 times a piece. The ROs are going to call the hits. It's a piece of steel. You should hear it every single time. We also have a red strobe light on it. Okay? So when you shoot it, the strobe should go off. You should hear it. There's tons of stuff indicating that you hit the target. All right. One thing I'm just gonna let y'all know now. The lighting on some stages for you is going to be good, and on some stages is going to be bad. But some are going to be extremely tough to find. Some of them are going to look like somebody's shining a flashlight at it. All right.
So we walk up, hit the green flag. The cannon hasn't gone yet. Can we go in and find our targets and get in position?
Daniel,
why are you all yelling at me like we've gone over?
The answer is no. For further explanation,
or knows like
what you're up to. All right. Any other?
I'm out of here. You two are on your own, man.
I met Bam over Dan's house a couple years ago. We almost actually got our fucking eardrums blown out because someone fired a handgun off while we were in Dan's safe. It was crazy, but that's me and Bam's story. That's about all I'm gonna tell about it. Bam's a wild, crazy dude too. I love him. I'm glad I didn't even know he was gonna be there because I seen him there when I first pulled him. Like, oh man, Bam's here. And you see just the way everyone yells at him. He's a lot like me. He's just a wild fucker. So he runs a cool nonprofit, Wishes for Warriors program. It's good on the dude, you know. He really puts his blood, sweat, and tears in that. We're actually gonna have a bunch of vets come out and play at the ranch. We're gonna do kind of like a summer camp for the vets here at the ranch. So I'm looking forward to getting with Bam and the Wishes for Warriors and presenting that here at the ranch. Should be a good time. But the dude's wild and crazy. Partied with me all night. We drank and had fun. So everybody else went to bed like normal people for a competition. Next day, me and Bam shut it down.
So Cowboy has managed to get a hold of someone who owns horses out here.
Is that on the itinerary?
No, it's not. And who knows what else is going to happen before we go to sleep. We've been here 3 hours and he's got his hands on someone's horse right now.
Put it out, take it out the same way. 1, 2, 3. Right? So this one first, second, third. The Wrangler said they were the horses they used out on Yellowstone. It's pretty cool. This whole ranch is used on Yellowstone. There's in any shot that they had of like the ranching or the scenery, it was all shot at that ranch. So they do most of the filming here. Any of the shots they had out with the cattle or the scenery, or it's all done here. So he puts his thing up real nice so you can just put it straight in like this and then just pull it down. And it'll all unwind. Oh, nice. You go up one. What you think about that? Huh?
You excited or you like, damn, they're just gonna get on top of me?
Nah, man, they like working.
Rig like that, what's that called?
Well, he said he just handmade this one, so probably 2,800.
How much?
2,800, $3,000.
Wow.
We take this off, which is our halter, and then we run it. We just tie it around his neck, so he still thinks he's tied up, right? And then we always tie the knot below. This, no matter how hard he pulls, it won't ever choke him. If we put it above it, it'll like choke him out. Yeah. One, two, three.
Where are you riding?
I don't know. All right, you get on him. What's the name?
That's Two-Face. You know what's cool? You're not going to see it now because you're on there. Easy. But look at his face. He's light yellow on this side and dark yellow on that side.
The horses are well behaved. You know, of course they have to be movie horses. You can't just put someone who doesn't know anything about a horse on a wild horse. So it was cool. It was all the once we started riding, everyone was like, "Hey man, can we ride? Can we ride?" So it turned into like a pony show, but it was cool. This was all day one. We haven't even figured out dinner yet.
That was pretty natural, huh?
That was great.
Colony of asters is one of the largest organisms in the world. Avatar.
I was an engineer, so
Grab that one.
swing on up. That
Dude, that was awesome. I was like super relaxing. Just go take a nap on it.
Thank you.
Have you rode before?
No, not really. That's since I was like young.
You want me to take that?
It's a really big dog.
It's a really big dog.
No, I mean it depends on where you're at. Because if you're in Kodiak, you can use a deer call. You can use like a doe fawn in distress. But on the peninsula, there's no deer, and so you got to use like, you got to think like, okay, what's here? There's moose, so you can kind of like mix in a moose, but then you can also like just start roaring at them like another bear. So if it's a dominant bear in the area, you can just kind of like, woo, and just start like kind of roaring at them. You can break branches. Like you're basically just going to town on some brush right behind you, beating the shit out of it, breaking branches, not being quiet at all. And the bear maybe like, I don't know, whatever, I don't have time for this. Then you can kind of like mix in like a dying moose or something. I just make up sounds as I go. And because I just started doing this like years ago, like I don't know, I might as well try it. Bear's going away from us, and like, oh wow, that worked. And so, I just started fiddle farting with different noises. And
well, I gotta believe it adds a lot of challenge to the hunt when a guy's got to shoot a bear with piss running out of his
all the guys are sitting there, all the guys are set up on the bear, and I started making these sounds, and they're like, and some of them start laughing. They're like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, just be looking that way. He's gonna come right here. And when you're going, it's like, like all this shit. They're like, what the fuck? I'm like, there he is. Gary's like, oh fuck, here.
This guy's from Kodiak. I'm not sure whose team he ended up on, but every team had a pro guide that was with them. Navy SEALs and Marines and football players and UFC fighters and pro guides from all over. It was a lot of fun, man. I had a blast meeting, interacting with all the people, and shooting against all the top shooters. Just to know that this is what these guys do for a living, right? And it was a lot of fun.
They're dominant. It's not like a deer. They're not like deer. You make a sound and they're like,
the very end of the hall.
And they look back like, should I leave? Or what is that? Bears are like, they just look at you like, hey, so what is this?
What's up, motherfucker?
This is in my territory. I want to know what the fuck this is. And they, some of them just cannot help it. The world record archery bear we killed, he's with the South. They're 250 yards going up and away from us. They're leaving. And I told my buddy, he's got his bow and my rifle, and said,
yes,
dude, he's a monster. Like,
not adding more
you should think about shooting with the rifle. He's going. He's like, man, I really want to get my bow. And I said, I know, but I can try calling, but sometimes this goes wrong and they leave because he's with the female. He has no reason to come down here unless I can entice him to come down here. And he's like, man, let's just try it. I'm like, all right, we'll try it, but no guarantees. Be ready. And so I started roaring to this bear and breaking branches, and this bear is just like confused, like, shit, man, this guy challenging me. This guy challenging you to fight, and you're like, I am the king, dude. Like, you don't fuck with me. I'm the king. And the guy keeps fucking with you, you know? And he's with his girl. Like, she's right here, and she's like, we're leaving. And she's walking, and he finally goes, he looks at her. I've got it all on video. He looks at her, and like, he makes some noise. She sits down, and he looks down and starts coming. I was like, he's coming. And he's like, you think so? I'm like, oh yeah, he's coming. And he just makes his way down the whole time. He's like going over bushes and standing up and rubbing. Now he's trying to show that, hey, I'm the man. You're not the man. I'm coming down. I know you see me. This is my world. You're living in it. I'm coming down to you. And it's just, you're watching them just assert themselves the whole way.
How far out did you take that bow shot?
14 yards.
Oh my goodness.
Could you imagine just stalking the bear or a bear stalking you? God, scariest thing ever. All right, all you got is this bow. Good luck.
He just come up. He went quiet at like 40 yards in the ditch. And he went down and he went to our right, and we kept expecting him to pop out in front of us. And I heard a little twig break, and he was going past us, and so I made like a little sound to him to let him know we were up above him. And so he popped up and just came straight at us, and I just moved my guy around, and he popped up and here to the truck, and the guy drilled him in the chest. You know, it takes a while. Their heart beats really slow, and so like they don't just die right away. So they have to. They're not suffering. They just don't know what's happening.
Was it fun?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Where'd you guys go?
That was amazing.
Oh man, I feel bad.
Past the campsite.
Yeah, everyone kind of sat around the fires and drank and bullshit and told campfire stories. You know, it's cool to hear the campfire stories from everyone around, all over, the best of the best. Like talking to the SEALs, them telling us about cool, crazy stories they had, the crazy hunt stories, us sharing our UFC stories, the football and the baseball, and the guys ride the motocross and the snowmobiles and pro skiers and pro chef, pro bass fishermen. Actually, the pro bass fishermen won the whole thing. So it was just cool hearing all the campfire stories from all the people from around. I want to say the world, but it wasn't really the world. It was, you know, but I guess a lot of those SEALs and stuff did have worldly stories, you know. So I guess you could technically say around the world. It was cool.
So I'm still fighting.